Welcome to the... Damn it! Welcome to the weekly butt. Bringing your butt everything and all the games and conversation that it needs every week. This week, we're playing what game?
We're playing...
Actually, is it right here on that screen?
We're playing Sonic Advance.
Sonic Advance.
And this is more of a... we're not really doing like a let's play of Sonic Advance, just sort of just background stuff while we're talking.
Yeah. Like we do most of the time.
Yeah.
When we're not recording.
Oh, man.
So, first order... Oh, wait, are we starting yet?
Yeah.
We're just pressing start?
Jason says, "Arr."
Hey!
I think we sound okay.
Cool, we got it balanced.
So, Ben, what's new with you?
Well, we're in the middle of Cat Watch 2018. I'll give you some background. Well, you know. I have two cats.
Two cats?
About, I guess it's now 4 weeks ago? Good lord. An entire month ago. I have a screened-in porch, and my cats love it out there. One of my cats was out there, and some hussy cat from the neighborhood walked by. Actually, I don't even know what the deal was, but it super riled up one of mine.
Hussy cat?
Some hussy cat. Super riled him up. He came in, he wanted to, like, defend the land against this invader. Or whatever.
Which cat was this?
This was Linus. He was outside. He wanted to defend our territory against the invader. But he couldn't get to that cat. And so he ran inside and attacked my other cat. Just like viciously running around attacking him. He doesn't have his front claw, so there wasn't blood or anything. But I separated them.
You did.
Again, this is a month ago. I separated them, and I was like, well, whatever. They get in fights. It's cool or whatever. So like an hour later, I let him out immediately, right back, full floof. Like he got the mohawk. He's a kind of a fuzzy cat, so he got the big mohawk down his back, and his his tail just went bottle brush entirely. And I was like, oh man, well, I guess you're spending the night. So I put him in the basement where he's got litter and food and stuff, but I could separate him from the other cat.
Yeah.
An entire night, next morning, exactly the same. Just chasing each other, knocking over furniture. It's crazy.
So angry.
And I was, so after a couple days of this, like days, after like 2 days, I spoke to a vet or a vet tech.
Like,
or whatever. I talked to someone on the phone. I called the vet's office.
Not an internet vet.
Not an internet vet. I spoke to a human vet person that works at a vet office, and they talked to their vet techs, and they just said, "Sounds like a territory thing. I bet it'll take a few days." Did I not? Little did I know. And so we'll just fast forward the rest of the story. We're 4 months in, and nothing has changed. And so I've got sort of a permanent living situation, separation between the upstairs and downstairs. These two boys.
Still going on?
Yeah. And so I just sort of switch them out every day, so depending on who gets to spend time with me. And now I've got like 2 litter boxes and 2 places to feed them. I've been trying to introduce them. And so I got
the kitty prison.
The kitty prison. We've got kitty prison is the new exciting plan. And so I've tried to introduce them with by putting one of them in their cat carrier that they like, go to the vets in, and then having them around each other. And there's still a lot of hissing and spitting and whatever. But I think the one inside the cat carrier gets all stressed because it's understandably.
It's in a cage.
It's in a cage. The person who lived in my house before me, though, left a giant, giant for the cats, like kennel.
Yeah, like a dog crate.
Like a dog crate, but a big one for like a big dog. And
Too
so
big for the cats.
I put the cat in there, and he is totally not stressed because it's huge. It's like his space, and he can't get out, but like it's still like a little room. And so my plan is, and I read some more about this online about redirected aggression. I become this guy, I guess, that just
Looks like cat stuff online.
Stupid, like looks up cat psychology, whatever online.
Like you do.
Anyway, we even tried some pheromones. Doesn't seem to have any effect on my boys. So,
But you tried the pheromones?
I did. I got them. So there's this.
Where did the pheromones come from?
I mean, these came from the internet.
Did someone like milk a cat?
I don't think it's milking cat. I think they're synthetic, but they mimic certain cat smells. So they've got like, collars on that mimic how I think it's supposed to be like how a mother cat, or like when they pick them up by their scruff or whatever, some mother cat thing is going down with the collars, I believe. And then I put this air thing that's supposed to spread them around. I can't smell it, but apparently they can, and that's mimicking some other thing, like when they're comfortable. It mimics that.
Hmm.
Anyway, that doesn't seem to make any difference. Maybe they're slightly more chilled, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it's for this level of severity or whatever. So cat prison, cat jail. Kitty jail. That is the new exciting prospect here, because other than before I like get rid of one of these cats or find another home for him, I need to like try to. I feel like we need to make progress, and so one of them goes in kitty jail. I've got this in a room, and they've got their own like litter box in there and some food and water, and then there's another like all those litter box, food and water, or whatever outside of kitty jail, but in the same room. And so I close them in the same room together, so they have to interact. But they aren't able to like attack each other, and it's always one that's doing the attacking. And so I read that you want to change up who's in the kitty jail or whatever.
That makes sense.
But I'm starting up with the aggressor guy because he won't. So if I put the one that runs in there, he'll just like stalk around the outside of it probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're trying kitty jail for a while. And see, that's really their last hope, because it's been a month, and I can't have like a divided household worth of kitties.
Yeah. So if anyone listening,
has had this redirected aggression or whatever, and I have found some articles to talk about it, and they say it can take like months, which is cool, but like I want to feel like I'm doing some sort of progress here, because if I'm just waiting months for nothing to change, that's not.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Might as well go ahead and try to find them a home.
I just split them up. This will say it.
They've lived together their whole lives, but they are clearly not enjoying living together now. Because they just like, because the one that got attacked just remembers it, and so he starts hissing anytime he sees the other.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "You attacked me," or like he's pissed, and so. Oh man, such lava. I've become way more involved in these cats' lives. I mean, usually, you take care of them, you feed them, you clean up their crap, and then you like, you spend time with them, you pet on them. Like, I didn't want to be like this involved in like separating, and like you have to like the separating them is like this airlock procedure, because if they see each other, they are off. And so you gotta like put one in a room that you can close the door, and then let the other one out and put that one in a different room that you can close the door, then release the first one and put it upstairs. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and you also asked me to watch your cats.
Like, so this is the thing. I was hoping to solve this. It's been an entire month. I'm leaving in a couple weeks. It's been like an entire month of this, and I was like, surely this will be done by then. But I'm about to leave for like several weeks.
Yeah. And
you'll be watching the cats, and it has suddenly become much more elaborate.
Well, at least I know this time.
Yeah.
Last time,
you came in unaware.
I missed a warning, like,
someone is locked upstairs.
That was surely an accident. No. I opened the door, immediately cat fight, then had to scruff one of them, and he started like...
You tried to scruff, but he got too wriggly.
Tried to scruff, and there was biting and scratching, so I get a blanket, threw a blanket on top of it, like, okay, this is fine, and he started making these weird noises. Like,
he makes crazy noises. He sounds when...
I thought I broke your cat.
Yeah, I know. So, you thought you broke the cat. Nope, he's been broken for a little while now.
I am really glad you came home.
It is terrible. It's not just like normal cat noises. I don't know if anyone's ever heard like a cat fight, or if you have, but like if you hear like a for real cat fight, it sounds, you don't know what it is. It's just like a demon baby or something. Like, what's going on? It's crazy noises.
The fighting was okay, but then like after I separated him, he was making those weird like cat panting noises.
Yeah, he gets all panty, and like I've never heard him be that way except this. And again, because I'm a guy who like reads cat stuff on the internet now, I guess. Like, that's a thing that when they get all riled up, I don't know if it's adrenaline or whatever, but he gets like, he's like, he sounds like, I don't know, it's like he's turned into a werewolf or something, and he turns back.
A werewolf?
Like a tiny mohawked werewolf. It's sort of what he is.
He does get the mofro going on.
He gets the little mohawk, and then he gets his tail goes all floofy. The other one just runs away.
Understandably.
It hisses. And like now, it's almost that the victim cat that's running is causing it, because like, they'll see each other, but then they'll be kind of cool for like half a second, and then he'll hiss.
And it just sets him off.
And it sets the other guy off. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna hiss at me? I'll chase you." He's always been like the dominant one or whatever.
Isn't that cool?
And they're neutered. Like, this is not they're totally supposed to just be nice kitties with no skin in the game, as it were. And so, like, I don't know what the deal is.
No
here.
bits to be angry with.
No bits to be angry with. I don't know. Apparently, they can get just as territorial whether or not they have the bits.
Yeah.
And it was that neighborhood cat that started it all.
We should like find that cat and make him apologize.
I know, right?
Or
like,
let your cat beat that cat up. Maybe that will fix it.
I'm not confident my cat can beat anybody up, except the other cat, or whatever.
It's very good at doing that.
I've got 2 wimpy cats, and one of them's slightly less wimpy, and so that's the only reason. Pogo. What's it? Is it a stomping situation? I guess.
Yeah. I guess so.
So that's the strategy. Kitty jail is all I've got right now. Although Steven mentioned that maybe we could figure it out. If we can figure out a way to get him out to Arizona, they would maybe look after the cat. If it became impossible. If it came to that. Hopefully it doesn't. But if it does, like, I guess we're...
Yeah. That'd be unfortunate. But...
Yeah.
You do what you gotta do.
Yeah, he's so loud. I feel like he's extra loud now that he's all riled.
I've never heard of a cat that's being riled up all the time.
And like he's not riled all the time. So the thing is, they're completely normal when they're with me. When they're the only cat downstairs, and they think they're like a solo cat, it is just 100% normal. He acts just like he always does. And he's always kind of a dick, but like he's just normal. He only gets all huffy and weird when he's around the other one.
Have any other animals been around them?
No, not other than that one. So it's like sometimes you guys bring dogs over, and that hasn't happened since he's been crazy. That might be good. Put him in his place.
Yeah.
Because he's afraid of the big dog. Like, he won't fight him. So maybe, like, show him that he's not top dog, as it were.
Or a dog, period.
Or a dog at all. Because they've never actually fought any of the dogs. None of the dogs you guys bring over are mean or anything.
Yeah. This needs to find, like, a big dog.
I mean... Yeah.
I don't think... We have a dog here.
I have a friend who's a greyhound.
There you go.
That...
Maybe.
The greyhounds come over a few times. The cats always hide. But, like... I don't know.
Man, I wonder what a dog would do when 2 cats start fighting near it.
Oh, I wouldn't let them both out. Okay.
He's a crazy.
Anytime I let him out, it's just...
Oh, look at the
a lion. Yeah, that's what my cat thinks he is right now. Just like...
Ferocious.
Badass lion.
Dude, he got me, though.
Yeah, I forgot to warn you when you were coming over. Because you beat me there. So I got there like 5 minutes later, and you were just like with this panting, floofed cat. And you looking like you broken my cat.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. No. So what's going on with you? How are your animals doing?
You know, the roommate was out of town for a couple days. Asked me to give the cat some cheese sticks and stuff.
Cheese sticks?
Something like that.
Your cats eat cheese sticks?
Probably not.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's good.
Yeah, he said something about like there's cheesy bread in the fridge and you need to feed the animals and
just some of those combinations. Some of that's probably
something about a Roomba.
Yeah, so like you clean them with the Roomba. You like array your cats on the floor like a patchwork quilt, and you start the Roomba.
Oh, that how it works.
That's how it works, right? That's how I clean my house.
But the cat Roomba?
Well,
I understand like the quilt work catting going on.
It took some training to get them to lay that flat and to be that still with the Roomba around.
And the Roomba just goes over them or goes around them?
Over them. Ideally. You know, if it goes around them, it just gets their sides. But their sides can use a little vacuum. So. Just kind of pets them a little.
Like our first podcast used to be like 20 minutes talking about a cat.
This is just my life now. I'm a guy that just like apparently Googles crap, buys weird cat pheromones.
Yeah, that's something like your
that's like a
history list
new
now.
level. Like, oh, okay. They know that I bought pheromones, and they're like, "This is who you are now. You're one of these people."
Yeah. They don't know if you actually have cats, but you have cat pheromones now.
I know my house apparently, because like humans can't smell those, but animals probably can. Although one of them, so the little neck things, they do smell very slightly like lavender or something. And I guarantee you the reason they do is because someone bought that and was like, called them, was like, this doesn't smell like anything. They're cheating us. So they put like a human smell in there. Be like, look, it smells like something.
Prove that's not just water.
Yeah. Or whatever.
Yeah, guess that makes sense.
I'm sure that's what it is. So the lion's dressed up like a clown?
In every Sonic game, Dr. Robotnik kidnaps cute little animals and puts them inside these robots to power them.
But the robots are disconnected from what they actually are.
Yeah, like a turkey just came out of that bat. Does that make sense? No.
Why wouldn't they put a bat inside the robot bat?
You're trying to put logic. We're doing like animal-powered robots. I don't.
Does the same robot animal spit out of the same robot every time? Like if you go up to a hornet, will it always spit out like a little bear, or will it be a random animal each time?
I feel like it'll be random.
So that makes sense. That makes more sense than specifically choosing a bear to come out of a hornet. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Why do you think the robot animals and the actual animals should line up more?
No, I don't think... I'm not making a value judgment here. I'm just surprised that that's not already the case. So, it's just surprising to me.
Don't know what to tell you, Ben.
Yeah. So you don't want to jump over the boom boom.
Yeah, for sure this spike one's gonna hurt me.
We saw Solo recently.
We did. I think it's been out long enough for us to talk about it, right?
Yeah, I don't... And, like... I guess there's spoilers. It's a prequel thing.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean, no one thought he died,
spoilers.
right? Like, because it's a prequel.
Yeah. This warning, we might get into spoilers.
Oh, there are spoilers. So, okay, well, we might get in some spoilers for Solo.
What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it had kept the spirit of Han Solo. I thought they made a lot of connections, which is sort of the point of a prequel, I guess, to like draw references back to the new one.
Yeah.
I thought they made one or two too many. They were like, this is becoming implausible.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
It was not my favorite Star Wars movie. To me, it seemed very self-indulgent. Like,
yeah, like the references, you think?
Yeah. Or not so much the references, just the stuff you didn't need to see. Like, imagine, like, A New Hope. There's that line Luke Skywalker has, like, that's like shooting Womp Rats back home. You don't need to see a 30-minute segment of him shooting Womp Rats.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you get, like, he can shoot small things.
Sure, I got this. Yeah, we get that.
And it's...
there was less mystery. It was...
Yeah.
It was, like...
There's no restraint, like... It seemed like the obvious thing to do with a Han Solo movie is to show the Kessel Run. I don't need to say anything like, he's fast. I get it. I don't need to see...
That was entirely them being, like, tripling down, though, on...
Yeah.
Look, parsecs can be a way you win a race. A unit of distance.
Yeah, you like that part, huh?
I like that. Just because it was, like... I mean, it was not necessary, but I thought, arguably, the whole point of that movie was that.
Yeah. The whole, like... I mean, you already knew that Han Solo won the Millennium card game. I didn't really need to see it.
Yeah, they didn't... You could have just referenced it. Or whatever. I mean, the Millennium Falcon should have been in there, I guess.
Oh yeah, the Millennium Falcon should have been, sure. Like, I don't... I mean, that's like the last thing in the movie is like him winning it. Like, I get it. I don't...
Yeah, I thought I would... I mean, it tied it up in a neater bow. But I thought it would have been... It would have been okay with me if he had, like, almost won it, but not. And in the end, we just see him, even if we just saw him walk in.
Yeah, like, or start the card game.
Or start the card game. We don't need to see the end.
Yeah.
But even if it laid out exactly how he won, like he stole his card or whatever. Yeah. And I get that they want to keep the feel of it, sort of like Star Wars. Because this could have been, I don't know, like... I guess not Blade Runner, because he's not that dark of a character. But, like, it started that way, kind of.
Yeah, my favorite parts were, like, seeing him, like, how he became a smuggler. Like, that was interesting. Like, seeing his world. I liked everything with Kira?
Yeah.
The girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, everything about her story was fun.
Well, because they left her pretty mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, she was mysterious in the beginning. There was this implied relationship that you don't really know where they stand. And then there's this implied, like, they're both gonna get out of here. She's got some sort of skills, thieving skills, and he does too. And then like when you see her again, they never talk about the bad things she's done, but they reference it a lot. I like that. That was mysterious.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And she was like, everything about her was new. Like, we didn't have anything, like, never heard of her before the movie. You don't know where she ended up.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like the new things they showed. Everything like with the smugglers, like the first crew of smugglers.
Yeah, I liked that.
I wish the movie had been like more of that because they were
just
fun.
like the whole. Then.
Yeah, but they were like 10 minutes or so. And they're just gone.
Just most of them, yeah.
I read something on your net that made me think a little less of the movie.
Oh, really?
Because apparently there's lots of drama going on making it. Like,
oh, really?
3 weeks before it was finished, to get Ron Howard to come in and like reshoot things and.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a big cameo in the movie, or like Kira's boss.
Yeah.
They're like hologram, like, oh, it's this big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading an interview with Ron Howard.
Yeah.
He got the script, and that character's first name like boss, and like, oh, they're keeping this a super secret because the big cameo, they don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
They didn't have anyone picked.
They didn't?
Like, script was already done, and like by the time we got to him,
and then there's just like some random. It wasn't that it was a secret. It was that they really hadn't picked one.
Yeah, they had ideas.
Like,
They had ideas for who it would be. Like, we had like a list of people. I'll be one of them. But I didn't actually decide on who it was.
You know, that makes sense for how the movie went, because it seemed like such a drop into the last minute. This like very ending thing, and it's like this could have been any number of people, right?
Could have been.
Could have been Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, that would have made.
That would have made. I was kind of expecting that to be what happened.
Oh man, if she was working for Jabba, that would have fit in like with everything. Like, part of me likes who they got, because like it ties into the prequels, and more so it ties into like the Clone Wars TV show, like because that character is still around in the Clone Wars.
Yeah. So it is a little more, but they didn't build up to it at all. Like, there's no back work. Like, there's no reference that he still exists.
Yeah.
Anywhere in this movie, maybe there are if you go back or whatever, but like I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, it's like, who can we put in here? Boom, here's a person, and like, but it doesn't affect the plot at all.
And are they going to do more solo movies?
With what?
They don't have a lot of time. Like, well, I guess whatever. He's gonna get in trouble with Jabba. We know that.
Yeah, but then like they imply like, I heard about this Jabba guy is doing a big thing. Like, they sort of implied. I mean, he might.
But he gets in trouble with Jabba, and for a long time he's trying to pay him off. So there's like the most one movie left in there, I guess, or they can stretch it out. I don't know. But like,
you could he had like a relationship with Jabba before the job.
Yeah, maybe he didn't fuck up the
very first job.
The first job he ever did.
That would make sense. I was wondering. They've been talking like forever about doing a Kenobi movie.
Yeah, they've been talking about that.
So part of me wondered, like, I don't know. I said, like, well, maybe if they're doing the Kenobi movie.
But what would it be like watching over Luke?
Yeah.
Because, like, as far as as far as like big story goes, like the prequels cover him going and just hiding in a desert for 30 years or whatever. 20 years.
Yeah, for a long time. One of my favorite Star Wars stories in general is a book called Kenobi, and it's him hanging out in the desert, like after, like he drops off Luke and he stays and watches over him, and it's one of my favorite Star Wars stories.
Yeah,
it's set up sort of like a Clint Eastwood Western almost.
Ooh, that would be good.
Like, he's this dude trying to mind his own business, trying to stay out of trouble, and sort of gets like drawn into the world around him. To he's like a small town type thing, whatever.
Okay.
And like try to stay out of trouble. He wants like whatever, do my own thing, keep my ultimate goal, stay over, like keep watch over Luke. But like he sees all these bad things happening in this town, and like, do you step in and help, and like be like
Draw
the
attention
Jedi?
to yourself,
Yeah.
or do you help in a way that people don't know you helped? That could be. I could see that being a good movie. It would be different.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like big galactic scale, ending the world situation. Right. And if it was, it would be cheesy. It does make me wonder if the timeline works out, because he's still pretty young, ish. Well, maybe he's not, but like I don't know. By the time we see Kenobi in the original,
He's old.
he's old. Like I don't know, 60.
I mean, that's what 18, 19 years after.
But it's only like 18, 19 years later.
Yeah.
So is he like? I mean, I'm sure they gave thought to that. But is he like 40 in the end of the prequels? I mean, he is older. I'm first off, I'm kind of thinking of the very first one. So there is time that passes there. So maybe they had given thought to it. But that'd be hard to. I would still be excited about that movie, especially if they did kind of a western.
Yeah. And get like Hugh McGregor, like he's kind of like the best part of
He
those
said he
movies.
would, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he really wants to.
That's interesting that he's kind of aged into that time.
Mm.
So it's sort of ideal.
I mean, I would, if you ever get bored and have like an extra audible credit, I would definitely recommend that book.
Okay, cool. What's it called again?
Kenobi.
Just Kenobi, okay. You know what's interesting? I think about this. People who say, I don't know, someone in 50 years decides to watch all these Star Wars movies from the beginning. They're going to see... It's going to be strange, right? That they... I mean, whatever. They go through the prequels, they see the original, and then they see the next one where the characters are older, and they're all actually older. Like, because it was made like 30 years later.
Yeah.
Or 40 years later, or whatever. And so, like, they're like, man, they really aged these guys well for this.
So, apparently, The Last Jedi, big controversy on the internet, so, like, who really cares?
Sure. I mean, I have opinions about things in there.
But, yeah, lots of people hate that movie, though.
Hate? Oh. I don't hate it. I thought that was really good.
Yeah. It's probably my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Do they hate it because they're really into the other expanded universe and they didn't keep with it?
No. They changed things.
Change what things? From what? Because, like, if they're not into that other universe, they're making it up.
Yeah. If you get on YouTube right now and, like, just type in The Last Jedi, you'll find, like, probably the top 10 things that feel like why Last Jedi ruined Star Wars and yada yada.
I think it's possible that Star Wars fans ruin Star Wars for many people.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always going to be, like, I don't know, I thought it was pretty in keeping with the original sets. Same amount of, good amount of goofy, good amount of
Yeah.
whatever.
I think it was like.
I mean, people complain about it not being as black and white. Like, why are we giving this guy a good side? Whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what they always were. Like, Vader was super evil, and then he became the, like, person you can save.
Whew,
That was close. Yeah, that was very close.
No rings, almost drowned.
You went for a while without rings on there.
Yeah. But no. It's still like my favorite moment in these Star Wars movies is like Rey and Kylo touching hands.
Yeah, that's a good moment.
That's like the most emotional moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kitty and I, we did like a little mini marathon. We did episode 4 and 5, so New Hope, Empire Strikes Back. And then we did episode 3.
Interesting.
And then 6.
And then you
then
go back
7,
to 1 and 2.
Mm-mm.
Just no interest in those.
Well, our reasoning was, you have your original Star Wars, get introduced to the world, yada yada. Then Empire Strikes Back, you know, further into that. Then you have the reveal, like, we're like, no, I am your father, blah blah blah.
Yeah. And then you go back and look at what that looks like.
Yeah, and we went to episode 3 because I figured that's all you really need. Like, you see them, there's a war going. Yeah, they're in the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell they're friends, and Anakin's already married.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, you have all that. You just see.
Yeah.
You just pretty much just see the fall.
Yeah, and that really is the fall. I mean, they hinted at it earlier, but that's the actual, like, okay, fill in the gaps here.
Yeah, because, like, episode 1, you see, like, Palpatine slowly manipulate his way to power.
Yeah.
And
it's all politics and stuff.
Yeah. And episode 2 is just pretty much a love story. Like, you see how, like, the clones are made.
Yeah, that's
Obi-Wan,
right.
But, like, the main thing of it is, like, Anakin and Amidala falling in love.
The 3 is really weird. Do you feel like it changed, like, episode 6?
It made me appreciate Vader's character a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because in my brain, like, whenever I watch it, I've seen, like, 4, 5, and 6 all together. Or I've seen, 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, 3 together.
So, like,
yeah.
It was hard connecting Anakin to Darth Vader.
Yeah.
They seemed, like, sort of separate. But, you know, it was nice. Because, like, you're introduced to Vader, and you see him before how he was before Vader, and then you just go right back to Vader. So, like, oh, this is who he used to be. But, like, you don't spend 4 or 5 hours with how he used to be. It's just that one movie.
That sounds like a good order.
It was
I
good.
like that. I'll have to give that a try.
And then we did Force Awakens.
And then you just kept going, yeah.
Yeah.
So you see where they're picking up the themes and continuing them.
It was good.
Yeah. So my usual order for anything is the order it was made.
Good way to
But
do
I
it.
like the argument you're doing. Because, like, if you watch a prequel, they're always referencing things that you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
In anything. Books or movies.
And if you're watching like chronological order like that,
Yeah, I never...
especially if it like somehow it's your first time seeing Star Wars, then like the whole like I'm your father, like that doesn't mean anything because you've seen that. You saw like
You already know
Amidala give
that.
birth.
And that's the case for, I think, a lot of... Oh, gosh. For a lot of things. Even book series I really like. And I find that... And I don't know about Star Wars what the answer would be with George Lucas or any of the other people. But I know that, like, some of the writers I like to read, they will come up with the order they think you should read their stuff. And it's not the order they wrote them. And a lot of times it is the chronological. Or it's some other thing. But I just disagree because it just, I don't know, it makes it richer. Like one of my favorite series is the Revelation Space series by Alistair Reynolds, and
You were talking about it.
yeah, and it's really great, and I mean, he's written a whole bunch of things in there, and a lot of those standalone books that don't really matter where you read them, but the main 3, there's like a main trilogy, and then there's like a couple main books that go within that trilogy that are standalone, but they do fit in very specific places.
Okay.
But he wrote like book 1, then standalone book, then book 2 in the trilogy, and then book 3, and then no, he wrote a standalone book in between each of them.
Yeah.
And I just read the trilogy straight through, not reading that standalone book, and so I went back to it. It was confusing to me, and I thought, oh, this would be way better if I was reading it in the mindset of immediately after that one book, because that's when he wrote it, and that's what he's referencing all the time, and it's like 3 books in the past for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I wonder about that.
It's sort of seemed like anytime someone makes like a prequel, but, like without the original, like how well does a prequel hold up by itself?
Oh, I don't think it does. What was that? Sand?
Sand waterfall?
Okay.
Sandfall?
Sand fall?
Who knows, man?
Water sand?
Sonic World does not make a lot of sense. I mean, what is keeping this block floating up there?
It's true, you make points. Also, it seems like there's many ways to go through. Right? There's not like one. Like you can just, you're generally going to the right.
Yeah, generally to the right, but a lot of times there's just like an upper path or a lower path.
And like I bet there's stuff way below you if you went down there.
Probably. I'm always scared just like falling to my death if I go too low though.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like
So at least here, if you screw up, you can get caught by some lower path or whatever.
yeah, like there's always like at some point in a Sonic game we'll get to a level where it's like bottomless pits.
Mm-hmm.
You're just done.
Now you kind of have to go left.
Yeah, you had to say something.
Yeah, now you, well, it just forced you. It's like, here's where I want you to go. Boom, boom.
That was great.
Yeah, but you got caught.
Yeah.
When's the next Star Wars coming? Is it December?
Is it?
Is it a year from December?
Probably I haven't seen like trailers or anything.
Yeah, but they're
That's
coming
right.
out like yearly. It's sort of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like alternating between. It's probably next year. At some
Probably
point.
next year. Like, I'm not even sure they might have begun filming, but I don't know if they've done that yet.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure they went straight into. I don't know. They're wanting to just make a million of these.
Yeah.
Which they're not complaining about because I've been liking them.
Yeah. Like Solo wasn't a bad movie. It was just maybe a little lackluster for me.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw it though.
It's a well-made movie for sure.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It's like really.
I thought they did pretty good with casting.
Yeah.
At least with the characters we already know. With like Solo and Lando.
There was something I thought was interesting about that. Was I don't like poopies.
You don't like poopies?
I don't like poopies, Ben. I don't like the guy they got to play Han Solo as much as Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I mean, Harrison Ford. He just sort of defines that character just for who he is.
Yeah. But I like this version of Han Solo more.
You like this?
Like this Han Solo like actually cared. I think
Yeah,
was
they should
actually
have
in
cared a little
love.
more.
the original Han Solo's sort of creepy.
He's kind of.
A skis ball.
Yeah.
Or like this one, I think.
Well, I think they were trying to show like, oh, we're gonna. This is a more idealistic version that will show
Yeah.
him getting, you know, jaded. We'll show how this life will end up with him being jaded.
Yeah, I guess like that's fine. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the original Han Solo, like especially going back and watching, like, oh, there's this girl, I want to make a move on her. She said no. Well, I better just keep going. Better just keep on making moves. Like,
That was definitely the original, and I think they probably steered pretty hard away from that.
yeah.
Right. Like they implied that this was already a very long relationship.
Yeah.
And then,
And like they both seem to be in love.
and even when they met, and she was like, he was trying to like help her, but there wasn't any weird possession parts of it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, the idea of the consent was never an issue there. Like, they both. And they're at the bottomless pit.
Bottomless pit.
But Amelia, the dragon lady,
Mm-hmm.
she did really good.
She did do well.
She was my favorite part of that movie. Like, every time
Oh.
she was on screen, like, yes, this
I
is
think-
good.
Donald Glover might have been mine. I think he was just like, for me, and I liked the movie. For me, I think he was probably the best part of that. I mean, it's just he was so. I don't know, and I like there were cheesy things like they were explaining. They were kind of making fun of the fact that Lando had capes in the
Yeah.
original series,
That was fun.
by like showing that like, look, not everyone wears them, but he has it.
Yeah.
Even on the Millennium Falcon or
They leave
whatever.
that line about maybe too many capes.
Yeah, but I thought, I don't know, the way he just.
He was spot on for that.
He was spot on for that role, and he really did a good job, I think.
And that's where like this new guy who played Han is different than the original Han.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, like, Donald Glover seemed like it was the same person.
It could have been you know, mannerism-wise. I think he just did his work.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that he had really, and it's all very cool, suave. Like it's an over-the-top character to begin with, so I can see where it's a little. You can definitely look at that and study it up, and it's a thing that a good actor can really dig into because he's not subtle in the original at
No.
all. So like you can pick up on the way he's doing things. But I like that.
Yeah. It's like
Boy, with the timing of his like music video and then that, he's just like wanting to solidify himself in the American mindset as like, here's the definition of what a cool person looks like. Like that's just what he is right now.
Pretty much.
This
He is very cool.
I mean, he's very cool to begin with, but like, he is.
Yeah, you're not wrong about
He
that.
is now the like, when we think of cool, we think of him. Either from any of these things he's been in recently. Oh, super fall.
That was a super fall. Where am I even going right now?
Just
I
lost in the wilderness.
I think part of the reason why I liked her so much is because, like I said, it was new. Like,
Yeah,
Lando,
and that was a character that was already created. And we're just explaining or whatever.
but he was very good at Lando. Very, very, very good.
Yeah.
But like this, I personally was not interested in seeing more Lando.
Yeah, no, I mean he's not like.
I wasn't mad about it. It's just like I was interested in like more Chewie. Chewie with goggles. That was fun and cute.
Chewie with goggles was fun. And like, I mean, I'm sure she has a whole IMDb thing, but like, other than Game of Thrones, I don't know if we've really seen her much. I haven't.
She was in Terminator.
Oh.
Plays Sarah Connor.
She was. Of course, I've seen her. I just had forgotten that.
Mm-hmm. She's probably the best part of that movie too.
Yeah, true.
I think I had an issue with the writing in Han Solo for one specific thing.
What's that?
So there is this is actually a spoiler for it.
Okay.
There is the droid that works with Lando,
Yeah.
who is a fun, fairly over the top character,
Yeah.
but pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
She is taken out, and she is incorporated into the ship.
Yeah.
Which is like weird, but okay.
I guess that's the thing we can do with droids, whatever.
Yeah, that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Then he puts the ship up in a poker game.
Now it is her.
Yeah, it's her. He cries like over her, like hardcore. Someone has to go and get him.
Also, he was sad that she died.
Yeah.
When apparently she could be downloaded into something. So like, why not just make her a new body?
Yeah.
Like, that part was a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know how droids work. I feel like I'm going backwards. I feel like I just died.
I mean, if they say that she died, but then her memory, is it her personality or just her like
the navigation?
just her
stuff?
navigational crap?
I don't know.
But then no, because they showed at the end, they're like, look, she's plotting a path.
Yeah.
So it's not just maps, because it was choosing a path.
Yeah. Maybe. Also, like,
But you didn't like how quick he put her up for.
Well, I feel like if you were that upset, like, it's like, hey, my friend died. I upload my friend's consciousness or something into this thing. I feel like you'd be hesitant to trade that thing.
Well, I mean, he thought he was going to win. He thought it was cheating. So he thought it was a sure bet.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Still. You're right.
But yeah, still. It feels like that's a weirdly one-way transfer. Like, put her back into a robot?
Yeah. I saw
but they do droids differently. I don't know. They don't, like, switch droid bodies around. They switch an arm around once. Twice. But
yeah. I think there was a line. I saw, like, a picture of this on the internet, but I don't remember it. It was, like, a line in the original, like, C-3PO talks to Millennial Falcon, like, oh, this ship has a weird dialect or something.
Oh.
And it makes me wonder, like, did they do this whole thing just for that line? Because that's kind of dumb. To me. But
I wouldn't put me past. That was my one complaint about this movie, is that I feel like there was a lot of that stuff in there that was from one line.
Yeah. Like, the Kessel Run, like, I don't need to see it.
Yeah, they did. They bent over backwards to make it a parsec situation.
Yeah.
To make it, oh look, because it's, if you can plot it through distance, it is shorter, but because there's this big space storm with big space whales in it.
Yeah, space whales.
Yeah.
And like that scene wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I don't feel like if you're already making the stretch to space whales, I like, you know, it was 20 years ago that I made the stretch to, yeah, whatever, parsec, it meant something.
Yeah.
But like,
it's space, whatever.
Yeah.
fist up.
Yeah.
It was not bad. Did not need to see it.
Yeah.
It's just like almost a whole movie. It's like I didn't really need a Han Solo movie. It wasn't a bad movie.
I enjoyed it.
I'll buy the DVD or the Blu-ray when it comes out, and I'll watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching it for that girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any movies coming out soon you're excited about?
What is coming out? I'm so far behind on the Avengers situation. I still haven't seen like the last two.
What? Like you haven't seen Infinity War?
I haven't seen that one. And I don't know if I've seen one before that. So.
Oh, there's the Civil War movie.
Yeah.
It's like technically a Captain America movie. Just happen to have like all the Avengers in it.
Yeah.
Did you see Black Panther?
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That was the most recent like Marvel movie
in that universe or whatever. Yeah, I appreciated that one.
The next Ant-Man movie comes out next month.
See, I want to see those. I haven't even seen the beginning one.
What?
That's one I feel like I really should like. I'm just it's an intimidating amount of movies in that universe at this point.
Yeah.
That comes out next month?
I think so. Early next month.
I need to watch the first one.
You can borrow it if you like.
I wonder where it's available. Oh, you have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we just hang out and watch it sometime.
Bomb.
You have a Marvel movie marathon.
That could be fun. Just catch up before we watch that new one.
Yeah.
I like that theater we went to.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Seems like a good price for fancy chairs.
Yeah, I've been a little spoiled with the fancy chairs.
Can't go back now.
Yeah.
So
weird.
weird.
That theater is like the same price of any other theater.
These days, yeah, everything's the same price. You're just choosing fancy chairs or not.
Yeah.
So, obviously fancy.
Yeah, why would you not choose the fancy chairs? You saw Deadpool.
I did see Deadpool.
I have not.
Yes, the new one.
Was it good?
It was good.
Compared to the first? Like as good?
It was like less goofy than the first one.
Really?
There was definitely goof in there, of course.
Yeah.
But it had more serious moments.
Interesting.
Which I don't know from the original comics if that was. I mean, they I guess spoilers there too. You haven't seen it, so I actually won't tell you spoilers. But yeah, it was a little more.
Like in Journal, a more serious tone.
There were just moments that were more serious than before.
That's weird.
Which is fine. Like I don't mind giving a little bit of depth to some characters. But I generally like it. Yeah. Oh, you can just straight up climb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anything?
Yeah, Knuckles can.
Oh, Knuckles can. That's right.
Yeah, those little spiked knuckles.
Cool.
I don't know anything up there, but yeah.
Well, if there is, it's just for Knuckles. Can you get fall damage in this?
No.
Jump off. Oh, and you're like a flying squirrel.
With another wall.
You can just like climb.
Mm-hmm.
You can coast too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that ended
Right on the spikes.
Don't jumping
Knuckles
platform.
seems superior in most ways. Can Knuckles also speedy swirl? Yeah.
Can he speedy swirl? Yeah, he can.
So Knuckles is just like Sonic, but with more powers.
There's some like I don't know if he can jump as high or run as fast.
I mean, who cares if he can jump as high? He can climb walls.
Oh. Fair. I was playing. I was playing Sonic Mania.
Mm-hmm.
There was a boss that I beat really easily with Sonic. Didn't beat him with Knuckles yet because I couldn't jump up.
So there are scenarios where I see. It seems like getting through the world though. Like he could grab on right there.
Yeah. You can grab on anywhere. Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. You can just walk through this whole level.
Like a little belly slap. So, do you still recommend Deadpool?
I do recommend it, yes. I'd be interested to hear what you think of it.
Yeah, I think next time me and Kitty have some free time, we're gonna go and do that.
Cool. Yeah, it's still out. It's not that old.
Yeah.
So it'll still be out here.
Yeah. He's a pretty popular person in general.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to call it?
All right, that's
The weekly butt.
That's the weekly butt. Everything you needed this week, well, your butt needed to know was weird cat things and a long discussion of Star Wars.
Yeah. And so we'll be doing this every week. I don't know if we'll be doing Sonic in the background every week.
Something.
Yeah. There'll be something like to watch or just
Yeah.
chit chat.
Which is good.
Well, thank you for watching.
Next time on the butts. Bye.